Yo, what's going on, guys? So I'm gonna show you guys the build I created for Alex. It's pretty much unstoppable. I have not lost a single game so far. I've played good players and I've played bad players, and they all lose anyway. And like, if you ask me like what makes you think this is the best build possible for Alex, well, simply because there's not much counter to this, so that's why it works so well, you know, against good or bad players. But I'll show you the build now, and I'll explain, you know, every little piece why it's there. So as far as bioweapons, I'm using the Verdant for the passive here, which is increase the slime and the health of the plants, which I think is way better than the self-destruct, because you're not really gonna do the self-destructing so much. So it's much better to have the slime thing being harder to escape. It makes a lot of difference when using the plant. So that's the first passive. The second passive, I'm using Infection, not Epidemic, so Infection. The Amplify. The second passive, I'm using Mechanic, so I can trigger the traps faster. Just you have the lower cost one, but I would recommend the Mechanic for sure. Now, as far as special cards, I'm using the I'm not using this one. I'm using the Infection one. Because as you will see, this build is all about draining time. It's not about killing them. So this drains time, but not as good as the Infection one. And the Infection one also makes them have to use their resources constantly to heal or, you know, get the infection off. So it's very good. And for the last one here, I have the Jester instead of the efficiency mod. Okay, so that's for the passives. Now for the equipment, I have the miniature reactor, so I recommend that. I have the electric cable 1 and electric cable 2, so I can pretty much have near instant traps, so I can manually blow them off. And lastly, I have the canister here, level 3, for the highest, greatly increased infection rate, which is gonna combo very well. As you can see, like, all these perks, they combo very well with my passives. And except for this one, because Alex, she has a really big issue with energy. Unlike the other killers, she doesn't have much of a way to get that energy, so it's very good if you can have something that will help you have that energy available when you need it. So that's why I have the miniature reactor. And I did notice it does make a difference, because you could like switch this for, if you don't want to use the miniature reactor, or maybe you don't have it, you could use more infection and maybe, you know, increase the cable to moderately, because this way the explosions and the traps are going to be pretty much instant for sure, and the infection is going to be higher. So it also works, but it's going to work very well as well. But I just noticed it's better to have that energy available when I need it, so that's why I did the reactor there. Okay, so that's for the equipment. Those are the options I would recommend. Now for the deck. The deck is really where the magic happens. So as you notice, we don't have a lot of creatures. There's only one, and I have you could use this one, the wicked one, and it's cheaper. But I rather use the fat one, because he's stronger, so he's gonna take more shots to down him, which gives me more time to stay up. And because I usually control the zombies, so him being stronger allows me to get more infection going before he actually dies. Because this guy right here, he dies like almost instantly. He likes 2 headshots, he's dead. So it's really not reliable. So that's why I have the infection one, and also use the infection, not the normal one, because then I don't have to use a syringe for making him infected. Now as for the other cards, I'm using the discount. So discount is gonna give me discount on literally everything that I have on my deck, so it's really good. And it's also a way to cycle my cards like very quickly, you know, and also in a cheaper way, because then it's kind of like quick draw here. It's a way to like cycle my cards, but with a benefit out to it, you know, because I get cheaper things, so I can also use them in a row. You see, I do that a lot with the immobilizer rounds, the shield, and the machine gun. So I can quickly use a discount, and I can use these in a row without wasting that much energy. Like I'm saving like 3 points for using these in a row, so it's very good. So this is for the creature, the energy booster, and it's also a way to just like the discount here is just a way to cycle the deck that I have in my hand without, you know, needing to get something I don't need. So for example, let's say I get the I have this here, for example, like I want to, this in my hand is not going to be very useful, so by having this I could just use it like real quick, get rid of it, and just cycle my card so I can get the machine gun, the trap, you know, something more useful very quickly, and I still get the benefit of having this. This costs 2 less, the fat one. As soon as I use this, there's a timer. I think it's like 30 seconds. It's actually quite long, where he will be, all creatures, which in this case is only the fat one, is going to be 2 less. So if I use that with the discount, it's going to be 3 less. You'll notice that I don't have any mod here for because I could use this mod right here, the efficiency mod for creatures, which makes this cost 1 less. But I like I said, Alex has a big problem with energy, so I noticed this one, the generator mod that gives more energy, tends to be more useful. And I also noticed it's very important here, if you want to change the deck or whatever, I do not recommend having more than 1 mod. If anything, you have no mod, or you only have 1 mod. In this case, because it's energy, I think it's worth to have this mod. But let's say you do not have this mod, I would not recommend using this, for example. It's just because it's gonna take room from your hand. You know, you can only hold 4 cards at once, and having the mod is constantly gonna be in your hand, so you only have the option of 3. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine, but you definitely don't want to, because you need 3. For example, sometimes you get these 3 in your hand at the same time, and that's very crucial to be able to make some strategic plays. If you just had like 2 mods everywhere, you know, you can only see 2 cards in your hand. You cannot plan ahead that well. So I would only recommend 1 mod for this deck. The rest is also traps. Again, the discount is gonna make this cost 1. So it's a way to again just cycle the deck very quickly while still having something useful. So this is, I can use this to take away their time. This will increase the damage, but it also take away their time, the tracker in mine. And I will post gameplay of this after, like in another video. This is video I'm just explaining you the deck. I'm gonna post several videos of actual matches, just so I don't make the video very long. I'm gonna post separate videos with matches again, because good players, bad players in this build, and you will see in action how effective it is and how to strategize around and play in it, you know. So again, I have essentially 4 traps in this deck, which is these 3. The high explosive one is really good too, and I have the infection one, which is a special card that I get on zone 2. Now, and this is also very crucial here, is the machine gun. You don't want to use anything else. Definitely use the machine gun, and only 1 as well. Do not use, like, for example, 2 or this is not good. Only the machine gun, okay? Because the intention here is to eat their time little by little. And these other shots, they're too slow, you know, they're hard to hit, to be very accurate with it. The machine gun is more guaranteed that you're gonna get a hit, or several hits for that matter, which is gonna drain their time. And also when they are immobilized with this, because you can combo, you can immobilize and then turn on your machine gun and just shoot them as they're stuck in place. The machine gun is much better guaranteeing a kill there in this scenario than all these other weapons. So that's also another reason why you have the and the reason for the electromagnetic shield is because if you're facing the good team, they're not dumb, so they're gonna shoot your camera down as soon as you turn anything, like you use this. As soon as they hear the activation sound for a machine gun or anything, any kind of gun, they'll just shoot your cameras immediately. Sometimes they even shoot like preemptively without you even turning on anything, and you have no way of fighting back because your camera is destroyed. So having the shield in your hand will allow you to, at those critical moments, you have your camera available. As you'll see, that comes in, like you'll see the entire deck comes super in hand throughout the entire game. So yeah guys, that's the build, and check out for the other videos where I'll be posting matches using this build. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later.